So this is an enhancement, you can say, of the good old Vipassana practice, the insight practice, into the direction of including all areas of life, and then making it possible to envisage even coming back into this life on purpose, allowing it to happen, that we would be reborn in this life and not being caught in the processes of clinging and suffering. So the ideal of the bodhisattva, you can say, to be helpful in this world, even if that would mean to come back again and again. So this opens the door, because if we come back and we fall into the trap of clinging to self-importance and believing in the substantial nature of thoughts and so on, then we cannot be of much help. We need to see through. And the example for that way of meditation was the Buddha himself. Because for 45 years he continued teaching after his definite awakening and freedom. He continued using different languages, images, he interacted with people, and his students did as well. And from that we learn, actually this was coined then, in our tradition was coined with the term of Mahamudra, which means the great mudra, the great symbol, pointing to the fact that all movements in mind, so all of our experience, is empty by nature, and that is an understanding of the ungraspable, empty nature of whatever appears in mind. And this understanding needs to be cultivated in meditation. So this is when in meditation, after having learned to calm the mind, we then learn to activate the mind without falling into the trap of clinging. So it's a free, self-liberating creativity of mind, always, like liberation in the arising. And this awareness first developed in meditation over months and years, then is carried into the activity. So we will learn to speak while in this vast dimension of mind. We will speak mantras, prayers, we will learn to visualize, to go into worlds of thinking, of imagination. All of that which is then needed in the actual interaction with people, which is then the next area of training, together with all kinds of physical activity, until we are even able to be in a goal-oriented activity, so wanting to achieve something. In the early years it was wanting to make a pot, wanting to, drawing something, tilling a field, or whatever it would be. Even purposeful activity would be done in this not purpose-oriented frame of mind, where there is no one believing in being the center of the activity, which is very challenging. It's definitely a far more challenging practice than to stop thinking, which seems to be difficult, but it's not that difficult. You just have to have a deep resolve to not involve with the processes. But from there, and that capacity not to think, then the next thing is to say yes to thinking and to involve in thinking with freedom, in the freedom, and then to engage in activity on top of that, so in speaking, communicating, making projects, and all of that with a completely free mind. And that's the high school, you can say. This is the high school of meditation, which is calm abiding, plus insight meditation, plus activity.